Hi, this is Johngy for JohngyBeat.com. We're here with Adolfo at Days of the Dead.
Hey,
how are you?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
So how did you start the convention? How did you go from being a fan to running one?
Well, myself and my partner Rick, we run a website called From Dusk Till Con, which is a fan-made website where it's got information on all the conventions going on. And you know, I'm originally from Miami. He's originally from Chicago. I moved up to the Midwest, and you know, just in swapping different stories from the cons that we have in the Southeast to the ones that they have in the Midwest, and just sharing sort of the wealth of knowledge of all the shows that are out there. We wanted to kind of have like one central place where all our friends that do a lot of traveling can kind of get together and swap stories and ideas and experiences and stuff. And so we created that site. There was a convention out east that has quite a few shows in the New England area that wanted to come over and expand in the Midwest. And they were originally on board to do what eventually ended up being the first Days of the Dead in Indianapolis. For whatever reason, the promoter backed out and decided he didn't want to do it anymore. So Bill Philpott, who's our third partner, was kind of left with an open date, a booked hotel, and nothing to really do in it. So he offered. He's like, hey, do you guys want to, join up and take your stab at this? You've got a great site, you've got a great following with it. Maybe you can go ahead and put your mark on this convention thing. And as a fan, like, how do you say no? I mean, I've been going to these things since I was 10. My dad used to take me to science fiction conventions all the time. We used to go to Star Wars conventions and stuff. So I've been in this since I was a little kid. It's a passion of mine. And when you get that opportunity to do what you really love and put your own little twist on it, it's really hard to turn that down.
And it's expanding. I know you have Atlanta, LA, and Chicago.
Yeah. We started out with Indianapolis, and that did really well. So we expanded to Atlanta and LA and Chicago, which I'm from the Chicago area, and Bill's from the LA area, and originally being from the South, I have a lot of friends in Atlanta too. So we're kind of going with what we know, and we're going into places that we think have a lot of opportunity as a market where there's a lot of horror fans. I mean, like in Chicago, the cinema scene and the horror scene is ridiculous. I mean, it's fantastic, and there's shows there, but it's also a place that's rich, and I think our style of show would no disrespect to the ones there. I'm a big fan of Flashback. I've been going ever since I moved up. I love it. But I think horror fans, they like variety. They like to have different things to do. I mean, if they had one every month, I would gladly go. If I could afford it. So it's very excited to be doing one in Chicago and LA. I mean, that's where it all happens. That's where that's all the stars live there. I mean, it's it makes sense to do something there and do it big.
And any future plans?
As far as any other expansions?
Expansion or additions? Or?
I think probably just those four for now. I mean, I still, work, we all still work kind of day jobs. I'm like a 50-hour-a-week guy. And it would have to really grow to the point where I would only focus on this in order to add any other shows. I mean, we've done very well in the short time that we've been, doing this. I mean, this is our third show right now in Indianapolis. Our third show period, second in Indianapolis. And the fans have been amazing with us. I mean, like, people have come out. The crowds have been indicative of a show that's been around for years, and I don't know what to sort of credit that overwhelming support to, but I mean, the fans have been fantastic. They've really stepped up and gotten behind us. And who knows? I mean, if it continues to be successful and it continues to be something, I would love to focus on it full time and maybe expand somewhere to the Northeast or the New England area. But yeah, for now, 4 shows a year keep me pretty busy.
Well, it's a great show. You have great guests. You have great fans. It's a wonderful time. If anybody wants to find out more about it, where should they look?
They should go to daysofthedead.net, and it'll have a central hub to all 4 shows.